folks, my name is Stephanie and I am the New England Stitcher, and welcome to my channel. It is Saturday. It is June, I have to look at my watch, 15th, and tomorrow's Father's Day, and I hope you guys are all doing well. I am the happiest person because school is over. Hallelujah, it is now summer vacation, so it's a great day. Anyway, this is Flosstube number 12. I am going to be calling this the I'm a cheater video. And the reason I'm a cheater is because I decided to participate in Chris the Camping Stitcher's SAL, or, you know, pick a whip and start it kind of challenge, and also Emma's from Beanie Stitchery, and Emma has the what is it, Stitch 1 in June. So basically be monogamous until you finish that whip or project and then start a new one. So what I decided to do is choose one of my Boss Me pulls. And for those of you that don't know, Boss Me is the Boston Stitchers, the Boss Stitchers, and the main stitchers, Two Needles Pulling Thread. They came together and made their own board like Whip Go called Boss Me. And so for me, I decided to choose one of those projects, which was a whip. Well, technically it was a kitted project. So it was a kitted project that I hadn't started. And so that was fulfilling Chris's plan, or Chris's challenge, and then also going to fulfill Emma's challenge, because I was just going to stitch on that monogamously and finish it. So I am a cheater. The reason why, of course, is an excuse, right? And I'm not a cheater. I hate cheaters, but in this case, I totally am a cheater. Maybe there's a good reason. I don't know, but there is. So I had to take my younger daughter. She had her state track meet a couple Saturdays ago, and she got injured on her foot, so she needed to go to the emergency. We have in Rhode Island like an urgent care, but we have actually an urgent care for orthopedic emergency, so not like blood and guts and stuff like that, but more like pulls and strains and things like that. So I took her there on Monday after she raced on Sunday, and then she had to get an MRI, So long story. I needed a project that I could see and stitch on without my magnifiers. So that's why I'm a cheater. So that brings me to my starts for this video. So I'll share that with you right now. So my start that caused me to be a cheater is this one right here. This is called Flip Flop Days. And what you do is, it's from Just Another Button Company. And when you purchase the buttons, you get the pattern for free. And I have a very, very sweet colleague that loves flip-flops. And you know that it's warm enough, or I should say, it's good weather when she's wearing flip-flops. So anyway, she is just a doll and I love her. So I had this kitted up for a while. I hadn't started it. So I guess maybe that fulfills Chris's pick a kit. So I had it all kitted up. I just didn't start it. And so when I needed a fast project that I was going to be able to see, without magnification, I picked this one. And it was summery and it got me in the mood. So here it is. So while my daughter was at the doctor's office, I was stitching on this. And this is as far as I've gotten. So not very far. It's on 30 count. It's actually all the called for. So it's 30 count chartreuse linen by Weeks Dye Works. And I am using all of the called for colors for this stitch. And then I do have the button pack, because that's how I got the pattern. Right now it is being stored in a whipper keeper that I made. Don't judge me, it's a hot mess in there. So yeah, that's my first start, and that's why I am a cheater. And it's so funny because I was talking today. Oh my gosh! So I work at the Blackstone Quilting Company in Cumberland, Rhode Island. Now I work every Saturday, but now that it's school break, I'm going to be working more often at the store. And a woman had come in. Her name is Jill. So hi, Jill. And it's so funny because another woman. So I know it's so crazy, but I had just eaten my lunch and I come out to the counter and Jill says, oh my gosh, you're Stephanie. And I was like, oh yes. So she recognized me from the videos and she came by and she wanted to say hi because she had just gone to Stitch New England. And long story short, she's amazing. I'm going to insert a picture here because she was just the sweetest person. She showed me all her haul and I showed her some of the things that I'm bringing with me to Stitch Maine, which is next weekend. And I'm so excited because I get to see Brandy and lots of my other friends in Maine. So sorry, super excited. So Jill was there. And then my other friend Jill, who stitches at Stitch New England, she was there. So I had two Jills with me. And we started talking about stitching monogamously. And I am a monogamous person in my relationship. I love my husband. I would never consider cheating on him. But when it comes to cross stitch, I am not monogamous. It was utter torture. I love you, Emma. I don't think I can ever do this again. I cannot. It was so painful. I posted on Instagram for any of you that had seen my post, like, should I stay or should I go? Because I was stitching on Tiny Town by Heart and Hand, and you'll see it in a few minutes because I did finish it. But there's nothing wrong with that pattern. It's a wonderful pattern. I enjoyed every minute of it, except I was just tired of it. I had spent, I think it took me 15 days. I know I have the date. I finished it on the back of the card, but you know, not 15 days, maybe the 14th of June. So from the June 1st to the 14th. So 13 days, 14 days. Anyway, it was too much. I do really like the 5 days and switch. Like I can be monogamous for 5 days, but more than that, I don't think I can be monogamous. God bless all of you that can be monogamous with your cross stitch. But this is my whips. So this is the Quaker birds, and this is by the Mindful Needle. And what we each decided to do was, we each picked our own color. My color is Peacock by Gentle Arts, and I stitched the peacock here, and then I passed it on to my friend Jenny, and she stitched her color here, and then we went, we just kept passing it all the way around, and then we're gonna finish it, obviously, and then we're gonna bring it to Stitch New England in October. And then that's where we'll do our final swap, and we'll all get to see our own final done, which I'm excited. I can't wait. I'm excited. So here's, I don't remember whose this one belongs to, but I just need to get my block done so that I can pass it on to Jenny on Saturday of next week. So I have, this is what I stitched last night. So I got pretty far, and I only stitched for 3 hours because I was busy all day sewing yesterday. But yeah, so that's not too bad. I definitely think it's a very easy, it's an easy stitch as long as I can count properly, because we all know how I am with Quakers, and Quakers for me are very difficult, and I do not want to mess up another person's project. So I do take my time. Sorry, I probably should say that. This one is being stitched on 16 count, and I believe this one is vanilla cream. Mine that I purchased is also 16 count vanilla cream. I think the majority of us are stitching on that, but a couple people changed the color, but it's still 16 count. So on that, we're doing 2 threads over 2, and like I said, my color is Peacock by Gentle Arts, and this is what it looks like. I'm keeping it in my Whipper Keeper that I made for so last year, maybe if you're new to this channel you don't know, but last year Stitch New England was my first retreat, and I wanted to make it special for me but also for other people. So I got this fabric from the Shop Hop at my favorite quilt shop, Blackstone Quilting Company, and I got it and made these Whipper Keepers for 9 of my closest friends. So yeah, anyway, it was a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to Stitch New England again. I cannot wait. I want the fall to come, but I don't want to rush away the summer because that's when my break is. So I want to enjoy my break, really, truly. So that was my first whip. I don't have a lot because I was being monogamous, and like I said, that was hard. Before I started that monogamous adventure, I did have an opportunity to work a little bit more on the American flag. This was my Memorial Day SAL. That is by Erin Elizabeth. I am stitching it on Vintage Smoky 32 count fabric, and I am using the called for dinky dies, flosses. And this is how far I have gotten, and I love it. I am being very meticulous in this stitching. I am going vertically, one row at a time, because I do not want to mess it up, because silks are not the funnest to unpick. So I am taking my time, and it seems to be working out well. But I can't wait to get back to it. And I think that's one of the hardest things about being the monogamous stitcher that I was for that almost 2 weeks. And I say like it's a bad thing, and it's not. I'm happy I finished something, but I do miss having the ability to touch projects. For example, before I started being monogamous, I would use the morning stitching time, because I like to get up probably like 45 to an hour minute, an hour earlier than I need to for school. And I would eat breakfast, pack my lunch, and then I would sit at the counter and I would stitch, and I would get some good stitching time in because my eyes are fresh. And that's when I'd focus on my 40 count or higher count projects. And I was working on good intentions, and I miss good intentions, and I want to see it done. So I think that's why I am having another hard time being monogamous. So if that makes me a cheater, I guess I'm a cheater, but not in my relationship with my husband. I love him and only him and my children, but that's, besides the point. You guys are probably like, what is wrong with her? I don't even know what time it is. It's dark outside. It's Saturday night. I worked all day. Yeah, I came home, we ate pizza that I brought, and then I came down to the basement, and I actually FFO'd 3 pillows so that you would not be disappointed in this video. So now I'm filming late. My daughter's on the floor, my oldest one, who is editing the video after this, and she's like, can we just please film so that I'm not editing at midnight tonight? So I'm trying to do that for her. But let me just focus, because I'm being a little bit squirrely. So my last whip for tonight, and this is my second Boss Me Call, and I mentioned it, I think, in my last video. It's called the Love Sampler, and it is by not awful. Oh my gosh, so sorry. It's by Artful Offerings, and I am stitching this using Aurifil floss, and I am stitching on the called for fabric, and the called for fabric is 36 count parchment by Weeks Dye Works. And here is my progress. So before I started, all of this was done. So when I finally got to starting on it, after I finished Tiny Town, I was up here, and it goes really quickly, folks. I'm actually excited to get to working on this. So I am using 2 different reds, but they're really close. Okay, I started this project before I really knew fancy flosses. Had I known fancy flosses, I would have just picked one fancy floss, but I did not. So what did I do? Well, I picked 2 reds that I had, and at the time I was watching a lot of the Fat Quarter Shop, and I still watch the Fat Quarter Shop, but Kimberly has a lot of different kinds of threads, and I had just done the Heartfelt cross stitch, and that had the Aura floss in it. So I really liked it, and I do like Aura floss. So these are the 2 color reds that I'm using. They're just a slight difference. So am I getting the variegation that I would love now? No, but anyway, I'm keeping these in here, and this is just a prototype Whippa Keeper that I had made a while ago. It's got a pocket, has a thread bed, magnet, and I had the elastic so that it could hold the Aura floss. and it's in Tula Pink, because you know I love Tula. The Peacock from the line work fabric collection line. So that's as far as I got. I am going to get back to this because I only have 1 day on it, and I need 4 more days to fulfill my Boss Me board, and I will do that because like I said, I really do like it. 36 count, 1 thread over 2. It's a nice, you get into a rhythm, and I really like that. So that is my last whip. In there. All right, so finishes. I was talking about it this whole time. This is Tiny Town. It is the wrong way. Sorry, you guys are like, what again? What is wrong with her? This is the Seaside Tiny Town, and I am using all of the called for flosses. I am using, let me refer to my thing, 32 count sand. This is by Tropical Stitches, and here it is, folks. Yay! So thank you to the people who answered my poll on Instagram and told me to just suck it up and finish it. And I'm really happy that it's done. I am going to turn this into a drum. I've already put the fusible interfacing on the back. I am going to make this a drum with my friend Brandy. Yeah, that's right. Brandy and I are going to have a little stitchy time in September. So she has time to work on a project and get that fully stitched up so that we're going to turn it into a drum. And we're going to drum it together. I did do all the beads where it was called for. I even, for those seagulls, those eyeballs, yeah, those are French knots. I had to watch a video, I don't know, like 15 times because French knots and I are not friends. So I'm glad I watched them. Am I going to still have to watch a video? Probably. So the next French knot time, I will definitely need to watch a video. But I'm just very excited that that is done because I've had that since last year. And now all these beautiful over-dyed flosses can be put into another kit or into my, I'm looking down at my where my fancy floss is being hung. Yeah, so that'll get all put away and I can actually start to use those in another project. So yeah, there is a mistake. I'm not going to tell you where. I'm sure those of you with eagle eyes, go ahead and rewind it, and I'm sure you'll see where my boo-boos are. Because I am not a perfect stitcher, and after that very long monogamous time, I was not ripping out to figure out where I had made the mistake. So yeah. All right, I have some fully finished objects to share with you. Okay, so my first fully finished object, I think I showed this part a while back. The bunny I finished a long time ago. Let me hide behind it so it focuses on you. All right, so the bunny was finished, and it's a little wonky because I have it on a magnet. So here's my magnet. And then okay, don't judge my back, but I did just hot glue it down, and I bought those sticky back metal pieces that Erin Elizabeth had shown. I thought that was just genius, and it's right on. So yeah, that's actually not bad. I mean, there's a little boo-boo here with my pom-poms, but not too bad. I do think I'm gonna need to, I had a hard time getting paint to not keep getting sucked into the edge of the wood. So I think I'm just gonna have to take I was using spray paint. I think I'm gonna have to take an acrylic white and go over this edge, and then I'll distress it. So I'm gonna show it to you now that it's, you know, this is it for you guys. But I will, when I get some extra time this summer, I will paint that edge. Or maybe I'll have Lil, my youngest, she likes to paint. Maybe I'll have her help me touch up the edge, and then I can distress it. But yeah, so the next thing I need to work on for this is the birds, blossom birds. And that way I can just do a little interchange. I'm very excited about those magnets. So anyway, oh, and this, I should tell you that this board is from Peasley's and Polka Dots, and very easy to put together. I think I probably would have had better luck had I not used spray paint. I probably should have just used acrylic. But you know, one of those things is you live and you learn. So that's one of my finishes. My next finish is also an Erin Elizabeth. This this is a lot of firsts. You're really gonna see all my mess ups, and I don't know, maybe it's I should have not have tried to finish 3 pillows in one night. I don't know. But this is my first time using Lady Dot's mini pom-poms. Mini pom-poms are definitely more of a challenge for me apparently than the large ones. I didn't catch it. So I like to sew my pom-poms, like I'll sew the pom-poms to the front of the stitch, and then I will do the back. And the back is just this blue velveteen that I had got. I got it online before I knew about Brandy's place that has really nice, her shop that she goes to that has really nice velvet. I want to say fiddle head, but I think it's fiddlesticks. I'm sure Brandy will correct me. I should know this because I'm gonna go on Sunday of next week. But I finished, I finish all my pillows. I finished it with the lizard litter, and I finish it with a little polyfill in the corners. And I don't know, I can really like squish it around in here, but I don't know what happened. It's like one of my pom-poms fell off. I don't know, I lost one somewhere. So again, like I said, this was actually my first time stitching with the velveteen and my first time doing the mini poms. Here's what I've learned. I learned that I'm going to definitely need to do a lot more pinning in place. So what I had really should have done is gone around and pinned all of the pom-pom before I tried to sew it, because it's mini. I did use my zipper foot so that I had a closer edge. Now, many of you are probably screaming at me like, no, you should just hand stitch it. You should just, I probably should have. You probably are right. I should have. But I am not that, I am not that person. I love to machine sew everything, even my binding. I know people get like super stressed out about that. Like the machine sew, let's go slow, machine sew the binding. And then when they've turned it over, then they'll hand stitch, on the, the other side. I do both. I don't know. I've gotten, because of all the whippet keepers that I make, I've gotten proficient at machine binding. So, but, I don't know. I'm very happy with this little guy. It makes me happy. I love these ducks and, this goose. So Quack, Quack, Honk, and their boots. And I ended up doing it. I probably didn't say this, and I'm sorry, but it is on 20 count. So it is itty bitty. And I think that just adds to the cuteness. And yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm definitely going to use the velveteen again. And like I said, I will get better, because that's all you can do, right? Just keep improving. All right, now this girl is done. I showed you guys, I think in my last video, that I had finished her, but now it is fully finished. So here is my Primrose Cottage Spring Quaker, and this is stitched on Forbidden Fiber Co. fabric. And if I'm wrong, go watch the last video if you can, if you really want to know. But it's Amethyst by Weeks Dye Work is the floss, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that. I did modify it, and I changed the spring, and I put my initials and the year. Gosh, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm really doing a boo-boo job of this. I am using Lady Dot's Grape Fizz Rick Rack. And like I said, I sew the Rick Rack to the front of the stitch, and then I stitch on the backing, and that's the backing. I thought it was a nice choice funnily, my oldest daughter loves purple, but I have the least amount of purple fabric of any color, which she gets mad at. So I just want you to know. There it is. But it's all done, and I'm happy with it, and it looks great. So yeah, I'm not sure if Cheryl will have hers. Cheryl was model stitching hers for Stitch Maine. So if it saves Helen D from having to do that finish, I have it done. So Helen, text me. I will bring it with me to Stitch Maine. So that is my last fully finished that I did. Now, I'm going to count this as Stitchy Kindness. Sorry, I'm reaching. So I did end up getting a lovely little card in the mail, and it is so sweet. It's from my friend Nancy. Nancy is a bougie stitcher. So thank you, Nancy. And she put some stickers in there, and she wrote me a very lovely card, and she gave me some sunflowers, which sunflowers are my favorite flower besides daisies. Daisies and sunflowers. I like simple. Keep it simple. So that was a really nice little surprise. And then I also, if you watch or if you follow me on Instagram, you already saw this, but my student, she is one of my cross stitch girls in the club. She brought this in to show me, and I was so amazed, and I told her how amazing it was. And then she gave it to me. I offered to say, you know, I was like, no, if you want me to finish it for you, I will happily finish it, and you can give it to your mom or your auntie or your grandma, whatever. She's like, no, it's for you. And so I, you know, tears. I was like so amazed, because if you look at my Instagram, you'll see her back. Her back is as good as her front, and she did an amazing job. So I finished it into a little pillow, and it is got the blue words. I don't know. I'm so sorry. I have pom-poms, and then I ended up using the seagull fabric that I got from Stitch Maine. Nope, I lied. From the Library Stitch Retreat. And I thought that would be a nice compliment. So, Catch a Wave, really cute. It is filled with walnut shells and the polyfill in the corners. I'm happy with how that one came out. It came out a lot better than the poor ducky, but that's okay. Again, live and learn, live and learn. Yeah, so that is my Stitchy Kindness. All right, on to haul. Okay, so I am a member of the Stitch Quarterly, and this quarter's Stitch Quarterly from the Fat Quarter Shop, it was bee themed. So let's take a look at that bag. It is fabulous. I love it, love it, love it. So excited. Because if you watched the last video that was titled Bee Season, you know I love the bees. So I was very excited about that. Here's what the pattern looks like. Nope, it's upside down. So sorry, folks. You're like, again, it's called Be My Honey. And yeah, thought it was really, really cute. So there is that. And then in it, I'm sorry, I should have taken it out of the plastic, but this needle minder, oh my gosh, I am so in love. I love it. So cute, right? So there's the needle minder, and then if you know, you know, you get the floss, you get a needle, and you get the fabric. Folks, I'm taking this out of the package, so I'm going to say sorry for the crinkling, but you need to see it because I'm hoping it will come across on camera. So it's printed, but can you see that there are teeny tiny little honeycomb hexagons on it? How stinking cute is that? Oh yeah, you can even see it back here, but way better. So it looks like it's a pale yellow honeycomb that is on it. Love it, love it, love it. Sorry, so excited. All right, I did order from Spring Green Country Sampler. If I'm wrong, no, I did not. It's not. It's Farm Girl Dry Goods. Okay, so I did order from Spring Green Country Sampler. That order has not come in yet. But this one I'm going to show you is from Farm Girl Dry Goods. Sorry, I'm trying to keep it straight in my head. I did purchase the, nope, sorry, the Grand Old Flag 2 by Brenda Gervais, and I'm very excited to stitch this. I ordered the entire kit, so it comes with everything, the fabric, everything. Very excited. And I do have, if it doesn't come with the antique buttons that are here, I do have a jar that I got from an antique store. I have a jar of old buttons that I can use, but I love it. I am so ready to stitch 4th of July. I have over there the faded flag. Missy from 2 Needles Pulling Thread, she already stitched hers, and I am so jealous. I'm so excited to get to do that. So again, monogamous stitching was killing me. Yeah. I ordered another kit, and no, yes, I did. Okay, this is not my fault. This is Callie and Chris. This is Callie and Christy's fault. The Floss Boss and Cousins. All right, so I'm part of their Facebook page, and Callie posted, and it's like, hey, we're gonna be doing something secret special, so if you want to get on board and be like us. And I was like, yeah, I do. Well, I did. And so I went to 123 Stitch. I ordered the whole kit and caboodle, and I got the autumn, I got the summer, and I got the winter. And they're going to be stitching theirs. I think they're going to do them boop, 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 like right in a row, this like horizontally. I don't know. And I do have the Spring Fever one. So I don't know if I want to do winter, spring, summer, fall, because you know the song, James Taylor. So we're missing spring here, people. So I think I might have to insert the spring if it's the same dimensions, which I'm kind of hoping for. I have to investigate. I have not had a chance to investigate, but now that I'm summer break, I can totally do that. But winter, spring, summer, fall. Because that, oh my gosh, okay, a total side note here. So I went to college in New Hampshire at a very small private college called Colby Sawyer. Not to be confused with this college in Maine called Colby College. But Colby Sawyer is in New London, New Hampshire, and they have this special day that they do every year in the fall, and it's called Mountain Day. And on Mountain Day, they ring the school bells, and there's no classes. Classes are canceled. And what everybody does is they get onto one of those little van or the little buses, and you get driven to the bottom of King Ridge, which is a small mountain nearby, and you hike to the top, and then you get down to go to the top, look at the view, take pictures, blah blah blah, and then you come down, and there's a big barbecue picnic lunch. And then later that evening there's a big bonfire, and there's a ceremony where all the upperclassmen choose underclassmen as their big brother, to be their big brother and big sister. And in the bonfire they sing the James Taylor song, You've Got a Friend. And so every time I hear that song, it brings me back to those years, those 4 years of picking, being picked as a little sister, and then being a big sister to all of the, the kids that came after on those, sophomore, junior, senior year. So anyway, winter, spring, summer, fall, right? That's why. Now you know. Now you know more about me, folks. I'm a sentimental girl. All right, let's see what else. I purchased Color and Cotton. This is not my fault. This is Emma's fault, because Emma says, hey girls, look what I found. There's a link. You want to pre-order? And I was like, heck yeah. So I couldn't decide between 20 count and 36 count. So I bought them both. It is, what color? I hope it's on this card. Yes, it's buttermilk. Sorry. So I did get 20 count and 36 count. And I love, I don't think you can, because the plastic is doing not a very good job, but there's some nice modeling in that fabric. I also got the Primrose Cottage secret box, and it came, and it's in here, and I can't show you, and it's killing me because I want to. But I do love the drinking vessel. The drinking vessel is probably my favorite drinking vessel that they've ever had. I absolutely adore it. So that'll be in our next video, along with all my haul from StitchMate. All right, I do have 2 more little pieces of haul, but it involves quilting. I have purchased this pattern. It's called Backslash, and a reason why I purchased it, so it's a Robin Pickens. Let me get it closer so you can get a little look. But this fabric line that is showcased on this pattern, I actually have. So I was the quilt shop that was called Ryko. It was in an old mill, and it'd been around for like 40 years. I didn't even know about it until the pandemic. That's when I learned about it from my friend, because she's like, hey, let's go to the quilt shop. And I was like, what? There's a quilt shop? And honestly, it was like 5 miles from where I used to work. A place I worked for 16 years, and nobody ever told me. I don't know. And maybe it's a good thing, because then I would probably have no money. But anyway, so I went to Ryko, and then the woman, she was in her 80s, and she finally had decided she needed to retire. She was a lovely lady, Pat. And so she retired, and then there was big sales. So I bought and I bought and I bought. So this fabric line is called Solana, and it has sunflowers. Like I said, sunflowers, favorite flower besides daisies. Anyway, so I had actually kitted up a project with this collection, and it was going to be a Lone Star, one of those giant stars that have all the rhombuses pieces. But the problem that I felt, and why I never really started it, was the prints are so big and beautiful that I would have cut them so small you would lose them, and so that's why I never did. But this pattern is really going to showcase them and show them off, so I'm really looking forward to it. And I definitely I did look to see if I have enough of the quantity of fabric that I need, so I'm very excited to do that and get this done this summer. So that's one of my quilting goals. So I'm going to take a couple days of my summer break to make this quilt pattern, so look for that in the future. And then, God forgive me, I don't know why I love this, but I just do. Maybe because it's in Tula Pink, maybe because it's the cutest thing in the world, but this pattern is called Blowing Up Bunnies. Look at that. The bunnies are blowing bubble gum, and then it gets sticky and gets stuck all over that guy. And I just thought that was the cutest thing ever. So I am going to use my Tula fabric and make this bunny. Yeah, I love them. I don't know. You know, when just get called with some things, but that bunny, I love it. And then I did a thing. So my store got, the Blackstone Quilting Company got in a delivery of the new Tilda collection. And it was so funny because Jamie from the Pink Stitchers and I had just been talking about it 2 weeks ago. And we talked about it on a Friday night, and I went to work on Saturday, and we had it in the store. And I was like, I walked in to put my lunchbox in the break room, and there it was in the box, and the box was open. And I turned it, and I looked, and I was like, and I was like, oh my gosh, like octaves like go up, right? And one of the owners, Jessica, she's like, Whit, she saw, because her sister's Whitney, so Jessica and Whitney, and they saw, you know, she's like, come here, she loves it. And I did, I absolutely love it. And they had the buttons, and I'm so excited. So I didn't purchase they ended up ordering more because I was going to buy all 4 of the collection, and it would have been a little bit of an investment, but Whitney and I we're going to be doing something with it. So that will be my 3rd project. So stay tuned for that one. So that was my haul. But since I just talked about quilting, I'm going to turn your attention to the quilt behind me. This quilt is a quilt that I actually made, but it's a panel. This was during COVID. Angela Walters is a quilter. She owns her own quilt shop in Kansas City, I think, out west, very close to Missouri Star. And maybe it's in Missouri. It's got to be Missouri, because she also lives really close to Tula. But Angela Walters is an amazing long arm quilter who has a quilt shop. She has a YouTube channel called Quilting is My Therapy. And she also does amazing tutorials on long arm quilting and also with your domestic machine, and shows you how to free motion and ruler quilt. So she has created these panels. So this is a panel. And then I did purchase the extra on the side and the backing because I wanted to just have it all for when I was doing it. And this, it was, I think, 8 weeks. It was a quilt along, or yeah, it was a quilt along. And she really taught you how to use the rulers to make something stand out in a quilt. So right here, I learned how to do a lot of curves that caused the center motif to kind of puff out. This was a flower medallion. This was a little free motion. It reminds me of like a dahlia. Here's the orange peel over here, scallops, another flower motif. Yeah, so I got to learn how to use all of the rulers, straight line work over here, wave work. So if you're interested in quilting and using, and I did all of this on my brother machine, which is a domestic machine, does not have a very big throat space. And if you are thinking about doing free motion quilting or ruler work on your domestic machine, I would encourage you 1000% to get a panel, because then you don't have any of the seams in your quilt that, you know, when you're piecing it, the seams make it uneven and bumpy, and that makes it a little bit more difficult on a domestic machine to do that. Not impossible, but just a little bit more difficult. So if you're learning, I would definitely recommend getting a panel. And there's a ton of different panels, not just from Angela, but Angela's are great. She does, I want to say twice or at least once a year, she does a free tutorial. And like I said, all her videos are free that teaches you how to do specific skills. Like she did one with a pattern that was like more all feathering and paisleys and things like that. So I would say give her a time and tune into Angela Walters. Quilting is My Therapy, because it's a great channel. So that's what's up with the quilt behind me. And even though like this one has been washed and loved, it's a lightweight thin batting in it. So we actually use this a lot in the summer. It's just a throw. But yeah, it's been washed a lot, which I like because I feel like it makes everything puff up a little bit. So that is my quilting for you. So my plans are, I'm going to start that flag, the faded flag. It's over there and I can't reach it, but that's okay. So I showed you in my last video the peacock pin keep, and that is, here are all the flosses. I actually had every single floss for this in my DMC, so I'm pretty psyched about it. I am going to be stitching it on 36 count Mayflower by Fox and Rabbit. So that's going to be that. That is going to be a birthday present for my sister-in-law. Her birthday is July 13th. So I've got a little bit of time. I should probably get started. I will get started. I need to get started. I am going to be stitching Bluebirds of Hope. This is a Teresa Kogut pattern. There is only one place to get this pattern, and I can't remember where to get it. I'm sorry. In Teresa's video, she does talk about where to purchase the pattern, and they do have the kits. But I have all of the colors except for 2. So I think that's not bad. So I just have to get 2. Most of them are DMCs. There's a couple fancy flosses. I have to get Dublin Bay, and I had Oscar, and then I have a couple DMCs that I don't have, but that's okay. I'm finally decided on what I'm going to stitch it on, and I'm going to stitch it on. Sorry, I got a needle. This is Serenity by Atomic Ranch, and it has. I think it's going to go really well. It's got a nice pale blue, and it does have some modeling down here too. So I just have to find the right. I just have to find the right part of the fabric to choose to cut this. But the model is stitched on 40 count. So I'm going to be stitching this on 32 count. So it's definitely going to be bigger. It's not ginormous. It's only 150 by 152. But I do need to get started on this because it is a gift for a friend. So I need to get that done. So there's that. And then I was supposed to start this on Friday, but that was yesterday. That didn't happen. I don't remember why. I don't know what I was doing. I can't see. Now I'm on summer break. My brain is mush. So I had planned on starting Love and Learning. So what I'm going to do tonight, so that I can start it tomorrow, maybe tomorrow after we do all of our Father's Day fun things, I have all the floss. It's not ready. I need to get it ready, which is actually my favorite part of kitting up. I love unwinding the flosses, getting them on their drops. I love doing that. So I'm gonna do that tonight so that this is ready. And if we happen to go someplace, maybe it'll be my car stitching. It's on 20 count, so that's a good thing. But I wanted that to be my end of school start. So it'll be a couple days off. Only you guys will know, so it's fine. So there's that. In my last video, I told you about my student who wants me to get to 5,000 subscribers, and you all have done an amazing job. So right now we're at 33 and change, I believe. So we're working on it. It's great. Now this was my thought, folks, to get a little incentive here. You all know that I make the Whippet Keepers, and here's what I was thinking. If we can get to 5,000 by the time I get to school, or before school starts, or like right at school starts, I would like to give away a big thing. I would like to give away a small Whippet Keeper and a large Whippet Keeper, and I'm gonna leave it to the person who wins the Whippet Keeper if they want a patchwork or just a quilted front. So I will also give other things away, especially for my international viewers. To ship this to someplace else would probably cost a lot of money, and that would be a lot for me since I'm not monetized or anything like that. So what I would love to do is I would love to give this away to a small one, a big one, and then for the international people, some patterns that I will buy from my friends Erin and Chris, and then I'll get them to you electronically, and maybe Annie too. Yeah, we'll do that. So anyway, I would like to do that, and so that'll be an incentive to get me to the 5,000 subscribers for my student, because he was so excited when I told him that, like, in the past couple weeks I had gotten like over 100 new subscribers. He was like, "You're gonna do it, we're gonna do it." Like, he's just super excited. So anyway, the small Whippet Keeper, that is not and you can, like I said, the winner can choose the like from what I have, the fabric collection, if I still have some. But here's the Teresa Kogut that I made, and then here's what a patchwork mini one looks like. This is just Beez. Okay, and then a large patchwork magnetic closure, and here's what this one looks like. And then here is these are just some that I'm made for Stitch Made, but just to give you an idea of, of what you might like if you are the winner of those. So I will give one large, I'll give one small, and then I'll do a pattern from Erin, from Chris, and from Annie. And I'll buy that, and then I'll get that over. I'll buy it from them, and then, you know, anyway, we'll figure out how that will work. But we'll get you one from those folks, because I want to support my friends. And those ladies are amazing, and I love them. So, and I love you guys. And I think it's just great. So anyway, the retreat. I know it's retreat season and everybody is looking for gifts and things like that to give their friends. So what am I giving? Last video, I showed you my smalls exchange that I'm not a very good secret keeper. So you can like just twist my arm and like get it out of me. But I want to share with you some of the things I'm making for my table mate gifts. So I have decided to do, this is for my table mates. They can choose which one they would like. So I've got a new style thread bobbin. These are the blueberries. And then I have the Lady Dots trim. This is the seagull, and it's snow chenille. This is the lobster and the red chenille, because, you know. And then I should have gotten yellow, but because of the slicker, but I was thinking patriotic because we're going into 4th of July. So this is the lobsterman, and I don't know if I ever told you this, but my stepdad was a lobsterman, and he had one of those comb mustaches. So he smoked cigarettes and then eventually give it up. But this guy smoking the pipe here with that mustache and the slicker just makes me think of my stepdad. So he was probably laughing from heaven right now. And then my favorite, the moose. He is all squished in the thread bobbin, the bobbin, and it has some white. So anyway, if you choose to sit with me at the table in Stitch Maine, you'll know what you're getting. But I like to make something. I mean, even though I did make those, but I like to make something. So I decided, my friend Rhode Island Deb is the tomato, amazing tomatoes. I've shown you her wool tomatoes. Incredible. So I was inspired by Deb, and this is what I came up with. So this is my design. There is no pattern, but if you want me to, I would happily teach you how I made this. But what I did was I went and got a bunch of felted wool balls from Amazon, and the pack that I got had a bunch of different colors, and they're not the ones that some wool felted balls are styrofoam. These are not. These are fully wool felted all the way through. And then I got some wool felt, not the acrylic, but like wool felt, like real wool felt. And I cut, let me block my face. I cut out squares, and then I diagonaled them and sewed them on the top. And I know that you can see my stitches, kind of. I'm trying to block me so you guys can see this. But I thought that made it like crinkly so that it looks more like a blueberry. And even to thread the scissor fob part with the lobster claw, it has a little dimple on the bottom of the blueberry, if you can see that right there. Because real blueberries have that. I thought that was super fun. Anyway, and then I just put some blue and white beads, and then the lobster, and you can clip it to your scissors like so. Just happen to have a pair of scissors right here. And I thought, you know, how perfect is that for summer? Because blueberries are, and for Stitch Maine, because wild blueberries in Maine are yummy. So anyway, that's what I thought I would share with you. Because if you're looking for some ideas, that did not take me very long. I probably maybe 15 minutes to make one. Didn't take that long at all. I do recommend getting the doll needles and then a pair of pliers to help you pull that through. So I think that's it. Wow, I did not think that this was going to be an hour video, and surprise. I don't know. I just, you know, you're my friends and I feel like I can just talk with you and we can chat, and I can't hear you, but I know you might be talking to me. So anyway, I hope you have a wonderful Father's Day out there. I hope that you have a great week, and a great 2 weeks actually. And I will, and oh, let me know if you want me to make an extra video of how to make this. I would happily do that for you. It may not happen till after the retreat, which is next week. I leave on Friday morning, but I could do that when I get back. So if you want me to make a video, just let me know in the chat. And then I think, yeah, I think that's it. But until I see you again, if I am going to see you at Stitch Me, please stop by and see me. Whether you buy anything or not, just come by and see me. I do have something for everybody at this retreat. But anyway, I look forward to seeing you. And if you happen to come into Blackstone Quilting Company when I'm there, please say hi. I love meeting you guys, and I love hearing your stories, and I just love talking with you. And anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys.